Look at my friend Heather. She's trying to work, but she's freezing her tushy off. What can she do to warm this little room up? Well, it's the same thing you can do to warm your little hovel up. Build a thermal curtain, why don't you? Building a thermal curtain for your window is easy. You can do it in about an hour. You don't even have to be a good sewer or care about the environment. All you have to do is be wallet conscious or cold, and this will be the best $40 you'll ever spend. Now you'll need a sewing machine or the wherewithal to sew the thing by hand. Sewing thread, needles, pins, scissors, all the usual sewing accoutrements will be needed. In selecting your materials, you have a couple of options. You'll need a mylar vapor barrier or a space blanket, polyester cotton batting, like sleeping bag filler, a heavy scotch-guarded fabric which reflects heat, and your choice of fabric for the outer layer of the curtain. Now, CCAT sells the pre-assembled curtain fabric for about $13 a yard. This is the easiest and suggested course of action. The same materials at a fabric shop will run you a little more. Now, something should be said here about plastic on the windows. Plastic over the windows is a good idea for winterization and will only add insulation. It's not necessary, but if you want to do that before you mount your curtain, do it like this. Have your friend tape the plastic around the edges of the windowsill while you pull it fairly tight, not too tight. Then blow dry the plastic, and it will shrink tight and perfect. Don't get too close to the plastic with the blow dryer, though, or you could melt it and have to start over. The next thing you'll want to do is measure your window. Thermal curtains only keep the heat in your house if they make a complete seal all the way around the window. Measure to the outside of the frame. Extra material is always better than not enough. Now be precise, this is an easy but important step. There's a couple of ways you can create a good seal around your window. One very appropriate way is to go to your local recycling center and pull the magnets off a recently recycled refrigerator. You can sew the magnets into the sides of your curtain, attach another magnet to your window frame, and voila! You can also use Velcro, which is easily procured from a fabric shop for no more than $10. Once you have your materials, set yourself up a nice large, smooth surface area to work with. You want lots of room to spread your material out. Get the measuring tape out again and measure your fabric. Make marks with the Sharpie along the edges so you'll cut your material in a fairly straight line. It's a good idea to match the marks you have on the material with the window so you'll cut it the right size. Now cut your material. Don't forget to leave 2 extra inches all the way around your nice outer fabric so you can fold it over the edge and sew it in that way. Great. Now take an intermission. Go to the fridge and get yourself a beer. Beer is a necessary ingredient in the successful preservation of thermal energy. Okay, set up your fabrics the way you want them and pin them together. Here's a tip from Heather. If you're using a machine, don't worry about the pins. The machine will sew right over the pins with no problem as long as the pins are perpendicular to the direction you are sewing. Make sure you go back to the window with your material and match it up. Fine-tune and adjust your measurements. This is your last chance to make changes before you're in too deep. Ready, set, sew. When you get to the ends, keep in mind whether or not you want any extra material for a curtain rod if you're going to use one. Save yourself the trouble of undoing things later. That's always nice. Tuck in the corners at a 45-degree angle for aesthetics. Well done. Nice touch. Now don't forget to take the pins out. Now's a good time to drink more beer. Then you can sew the other side. You're feeling warmer already, aren't you? Be careful when you're sewing the mylar. It's kind of a pain in the butt, and you want to make sure you don't rip it. Now once you're done with the sewing, you're pretty much done. Make sure all the pins are out. All you have to do then is mount the thing. You can use a regular curtain rod. You can attach a vertical rod going up the center and roll the curtain up and down. You can put a hook to either side of the window and tie it off during the day. Whatever you want to do, it's your curtain. Be innovative. So if you want to get more intricate with your mounting design, check out CCAT's pamphlet, Thermal Curtains, Making Your Windows Warm by Lisa Murgatori D. Hey, you're done. I love it. It's got some serious style, and it only took you about an hour. Hey, so the one in the film here doesn't have the magnets or the Velcro yet, so make appropriate adjustments in your design. Feel free to cross-reference with CCAT's website to your heart's desire, and stay warm. Hey, look at Heather now. Not only is she toasty warm, she's toasted. Good job, Heather.